evening, maybe. I don't know.
Mike, when you look back at this game and you think back on the connection with Drake London and what y'all have been able to accomplish together over the last 3 weeks, how much confidence does that give you for what that duo could be in the future?
I mean, it gives me a lot of confidence. You know, it gives this team a lot of confidence as well. You know, obviously he's a great player. You know, he showed it each and every day. And, you know, to be able to do what we did today, just, you know, see him making plays, you know, obviously, you know, I talked about last week, just giving those guys a chance, you know, just giving those opportunities to make those big-time plays because they're playmakers and that's what they're going to do with the ball in their hands. So I feel like that connection was continuing to grow throughout the game, you know, and I can't wait for this offseason to continue to build that and come back even better next year. So.
Yeah, Mike, what was working for you all as it got going and y'all found yourself in a shootout?
I mean, we was executing, you know, just executing the simple plays. You know, early on we weren't able to run the ball as much, but we was able to pick that up, you know, later on in the game. And Bijan and Tyler making big-time plays, offensive line, you know, doing a great job, you know, giving them the opportunity to make those plays. So it was good to be able to see everybody executing. And then obviously in the past game, you know, I started off a little cold early on, you know, missing a couple throws, but, you know, just started getting a rhythm, you know. And like I said, man, that the connection with the receivers is continuing to grow. It's still going to continue to grow. And I feel like it was growing throughout the game. And, you know, I started to feel more confident, comfortable, you know, in each and every throw that I made with those guys, you know, just knowing that I gave them a chance and opportunity to do something great. So
3-game sample size, but what do you, you know, I know you have time to think about it after the season and stuff, but you think there was enough there to build on and move forward, being on the field as the quarterback one?
Yeah, for sure, man. Anytime you're on the field, you know, you always learning and you always growing. You know, so I'm definitely going to take stuff from what happened these past 3 weeks and you know, find ways to get better. You know, and whatever I did good at, you know, just continue to build off of that. So I'm super excited for the offseason to be able to, you know, get ready to do that.
And given what was at stake today, the playoffs, division title, you know, what was Coach's message to the team, and then how do y'all try to move forward?
I mean, it was just the whole message all week was control the controllables. And what we could control was what we did this game. And obviously we fell short, you know, so it didn't matter what happened with the other game because we didn't control what we could control, which was today. But that was the main message, you know, all week. You know, we come out here and win this game, and whatever happens with the other game, you know, we can't control that. And so we just had to come out here and, you know, dominate and get this win, and we fell short of that, so.
Mike, I know your perspective on this season has changed, you know, when your role changed, but given the excitement of the preseason, given where y'all were at one point in midway of the season, how surprised are you to find this team here now out of the playoffs?
Yeah, man. Man, it's tough. You know, I seen these guys work extremely hard, you know, all off season, you know, all through camp, you know, and just all season, you know, just seeing the relationships that was built throughout this team, you know, and the guys just always leaning on each other in big time moments. And, you know, think about early on in the season, you know, just, you know, getting a win, you know, getting big win on Monday Night Football against the Eagles, you know, cool kicking game winners and stuff like that, you know, just seeing that, you know, just knowing the guys we had around us, it was like we had an opportunity to beat everybody on our schedule. And obviously, I mean, it's the NFL, you know, it's football. We playing the best of the best, and, you know, things not always going to fall our way, but we got to find ways to, you know, come out with those big-time wins that really count, and we'll do that. We'll do that in the future, and that's what I can't wait for. So.
I understand you're learning on the job here in the last month, but what's your role as the starting quarterback now to sort of get this team past this moment? Yeah,
man, just tell the guys continue to believe. You know, obviously this season, like we just talked about, it didn't go how we wanted it to go. You know, it didn't get to the playoffs, but, man, you just got to continue to believe in the process, you know, believe in, you know, the coaches, you know, the scheme that is put up each and every week, and, you know, going into this offseason with the right mindset, you know, the mindset to want to come back and get better, you know, and, you know, for me, this is my first offseason, so it's a lot of things that I'll be learning this offseason, you know, just making sure that, you know, whenever we do come back, you know, I'm completely ready, and I'll make sure I do a great job of that. But, man, we just got to believe, you know, just lean on each other and, you know, always be there for each other and be ready for next year. So whenever that time comes.
Michael, you didn't do this all season, obviously, but you had a lot of time to hold the clipboard and learn behind Kirk. How much do you feel like it helps a rookie quarterback, especially a highly drafted one, to have the time to do that and to settle in? And then also as far as, utilizing your arm strength. Raheem Morris had talked about how you guys were going to work on layering your throws. Well, how do you manage that? Because you've got one of the strongest arms in the league.
I mean, it takes time. Everything takes time. So it's just continuing to learn. I learn each and every day. Like you talked about. Whenever I was behind Kirk, just always taking mental notes. Taking mental notes so that whenever my time did come, I'll be ready for the moment. And I always believed in my abilities. I believed in everything that God's gifted me with, and for me to be able to be successful, I just got to go out there and trust that and go out there and execute and be prepared. And that's the biggest thing. They say preparation brings confidence. And, whenever I stepped on the field, I felt confident. And with all the things that I need to work on, I'm going to make sure I work on that stuff and come back even better next year. So,
Michael, how would you grade your season, grade it, like, as a starter? I know it's only 3 games, but how would you grade yourself?
Yeah, it's a lot to work on. It's a lot to learn from, and a lot of things that I'm definitely going to go back over and look over throughout this offseason and see what I can get better at. I feel like it was early on, the first 2 games, just the connection, building that connection. I talked about that, and I felt like it was coming along today. And obviously with Drake in particular, obviously him, what he has done for this team, the way he's balled out, all season, that was big time, and it's big for us to be able to continue to build off of that. But it's a lot of things to build on, a lot of things that I'm going to go back to the drawing board and look at, and see what I can be better at, so I can help this team win football games, and that's the main focus. So.
In the back here, you mentioned the slow start, but it seemed like something unlocked once y'all went into the 2-minute offense, moving a little bit faster. How are you preparing for those situations, and how do you take that into the offseason?
Man, the biggest thing is executing. I'm always going to talk about it. Executing, keeping a 1-0 mindset. Obviously things weren't going right well for us, in the beginning, but, we had to find a way to, make sure that we put those plays behind us, and we look forward and, continue to get better, throughout the game, and we did. And just executing in big-time moments, making sure I'm protecting the ball. That's the biggest thing. I know I had a turnover today. Whether it's communication, for me to let the offensive line know it's cover 0, or telling the receivers to speed up the route so that we can be on the same page and stuff like that. That's stuff that we continue to build and grow on. Throughout this season, throughout this off season, and so whenever next season comes, we'll be rolling. So,
Michael, it seems like you're always on the verge of being able to make a clutch throw. Where does that come from? Is that something just innate in you, or innate?
Yeah, just never letting the moment get too big or be too big. Been through a lot of adversity. I talked about the adversity I've been through, and I feel like it prepared me for big time moments. It prepared me for moments like that. Whenever I get in those times, it's like I just want to have fun. I had the game stripped from me a lot, with injuries and stuff like that. So I take advantage of every opportunity I get, and I've been in those positions. Especially even this last year in college. We were down, late in the game. Just always, just staying cool, calm, and collecting. Just making the next play, and that's what it's about. That's what the team is going to feed off of, and for me, I'm just being myself out there and just having fun. So.
And the other thing is, as that game went on, were you guys conscious at all what's going on with the Tampa Bay game?
Nah, it's you in the moment. You in the moment. I still don't even know what happened. What happened?
Tampa won. Yeah, Tampa won.
Yeah, so I didn't know. You caught up in the game, man. We just balling, man. So.
Michael, you spoke about getting better in the offseason. What does the offseason look like for you?
Oh, man, I'm still figuring that out. Like I said, man, it's my first offseason. I know for sure it's going to be a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but obviously a lot of the veterans, they tell me, like, take time to yourself, because, it's a long season. So I'm going to take time to myself, but whenever I feel like it's right, to work, I'm going to make sure I work. I'm going to talk to the people around me, that's been in this position, when to take that time, when to put in that work so that, I can come back better than ever. And that's something that I'm going to build on, throughout my career. And but it's going to be a lot of work put in. But I am going to have time to myself, too. So.
Mike, the words you were saying about your excitement for the future, I can only imagine Bryce Young is saying similar things right now. Did you have the feeling during the game as you guys were trading scoring drives that this could be the start of a division rivalry between you two quarterbacks?
I mean, you so caught up in the moment. You know, we just balling. We playing football. You know, they score. We feel like we got to capitalize. We score. They probably feel the same way. You know, and that's part of the game. You know, you got to make big time plays when it's required. And that's what this team was able to do. And they were able to do it as well. But man, it's always gonna be a big time game. You know, it's every time we play them divisional game. You know, it's always big time. So in the future, we look forward to winning them every time. So.
You talked about adversity. One person that was with you through a lot of that was Kalen DeBoer. He was at the game today. What did that mean to you, and what is you guys' relationship like? What do you guys talk about? Do you go back and forth about your performance at all?
Yeah, I mean, Coach DeBoer, Nick Sheridan was there as well. You know, he was the first person I was with him before Coach DeBoer. You know, at Indiana, he was the one that recruited me. You know, since I was like a sophomore in high school, so I know him for a long time. And he ended up with me at Washington as well. So both of those guys being able to be here, you know, bringing their families and their spouses, it was amazing to be able to see them and know that they care enough to make time out of their day to come see me play. And man, I'm forever grateful and thankful for them because I feel like, you know, they changed my life. You know, they helped me get to where I'm at today. And man, I love and appreciate them so much for it. And I was super excited to be able to see them on the sidelines pregame. So.
Anything else?
Thank you.
So, one question. So, Michael, obviously, Falcons fans are going to be disappointed about this outcome. Is your message to them, hey, we're building something special on offense, I'm here, I'm coming back? Like, what is your message to those fans right now?
Yeah, I mean, the message is, you know, continue to believe. You know, I feel like we got a lot of talent on this team. You know, a lot of talent coming back, and we're just gonna continue to build off of this year. So I look forward to a lot of playoffs and even Super Bowls in the future here for this organization. So tell the fans, continue to believe, man. We here and we gonna be coming next year. So we ready. Thank you.